celebrating men, satisfying women.
Okay, that's set up. I think the woman's name is Allison Gray, who started it. She's in Los Angeles. It's called Pact Seminars.
Really good seminar.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Do you know Marcy Prescott? What's her last name? Marcy. Let's go. Marcy P.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Is she involved with that?
I think so. Okay.
Well, it's with the premise that men essentially follow a linear pattern in maturity, that they start out as sort of a page and go to a knight and a prince and a king with all different levels of what they're ready for in a relationship, whether they're more excited about traveling around the world and going out on different women every weekend, or whether they want a partner that they can have as a partner, somebody that can share their life. That's sort of at the king phase, whereas women can toggle between the mother, the princess, and the wife. I'm not sure I'm saying that right, but it's sort of these three roles women have that they can switch into at any age, and some may predominate more in their personalities.
Oh wow.
But it's very interesting. So it also is
That makes sense to me. Absolutely makes sense, because that's how I feel. Like, well, I'm a mom, I was a wife, and then I'm my own person.
Right,
that's my space.
And you can be a princess at times, probably, and you
Oh
know,
yeah.
mom at all.
Oh yeah, I'm like, yeah, and like it's like now this weekend I'm not mom because my daughter's at my parents' house, and then I'm kind of princess now. Maybe I'm a princess.
Oh yes.
But I notice I've always been I wouldn't say I've always been attracted, but I'm definitely attracted to older men. Because of that, because maybe there were more at that knight king kind of area.
Yeah.
Because I just can't relate. Maybe I might be attracted to younger men. But when we start talking about things, I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I've done so much. Because I'm 33 years old, and I feel I have accomplished a lot in my life, but I just feel like I'm just on a different playing level. And then also when you have a child, it really upped my maturity and responsibility and accountability.
It's remarkable, isn't it? People who have kids just seem much more mature in general. They're like different people.
They're different people. And for me, like when I went back into dating, when I'm like thinking, I'm like, I need to be with a man who has a child. That was like kind of my thing, because I don't think men with kids, I don't think they get it. Do they, Alan? I don't know. I don't, because it's, I mean, I just realized it's like, oh, you know, because they either wanted just me.
Right, of course.
And they didn't want, even though my daughter's just so beautiful and all that, they just want, they don't realize that I can just focus on them. Like I can't just go off and go somewhere for 2 weeks.
Right.
You know, it's like I have responsibilities.
It's a big deal to guys that you're gonna
pamper them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like it's you know, it's a way to put it. Yes. But we had a guy that we interviewed. He's been divorced and he loves his kids, but he actually blamed having kids. It changed the dynamic of the relationship.
Kids completely changed the dynamic.
And the guy
I agree with him.
Yeah, and he wasn't, you know, and he really didn't talk about it as much, but he described it as being like, you know, he was kind of second banana all of a sudden.
Women, when they have their babies, they focus on the children. And then anything the guy does, they're just like, you know, because there's this child that loves you and they're cute, you know. And so I think I'm actually with someone now and we're not going to have kids because of that reason, because we have 3 kids together. And we're like, oh wow, this relationship is.
So the guy has 2 kids, you're with the
daughter. So it's perfect. And they're all like, old, you know, 12, 9, and 7. So I'm like, done. Travel, enjoy life.
They can take care of themselves.
Yeah, no, it's done because it does change the dynamic of a relationship. And I know men feel very slighted, I think.
Some of the ones we interviewed, sure. Absolutely.
But some men, they're so happy that they have kids, they're doting on their kids. It makes them more happy. They don't care that the dynamics have changed. I have a lot of friends like that.
No, it's an interesting thing, but I love this thing that you're talking about, the celebrating men and satisfying women.
It's a weekend seminar. It's a good one. I took it.
And I think that's fabulous.
So they have every couple months they have panels, and then they invite men to come and answer questions. So women will give us a stack of 25 questions on cards, like what's most sexy about a woman? Will you tell your daughter about men?
do you agree that, it was just, do you agree when Stefan said that all people cheat? I don't agree with that.
No, not at all. I don't. Well, not. I shouldn't say not at all. I mean, the all-encompassing all people cheat is. I mean, not
Yeah,
true.
not
I mean, we all know plenty of people that don't. We've met people that do serially, but then there's plenty of people that and plenty of men that enjoy monogamy. You know, and they want to be with one woman, all, you know, for the rest of their lives. There's plenty of.
Oh, there's plenty of people.
Plenty of men out there like
Definitely.
that.
There's plenty of people out there like that. So I think that was all encompassing, but there are specific reasons why men cheat and why women cheat, and I would think is men cheat when there's the lack of sex.
That's part of it, but there's also once the like, if a dynamic changes in the relationship where guys feel like the woman's kind of like there's a book just written about it. That was on Oprah, and if guys feel that the woman's nagging at
Nagging.
them, so I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be
Oh,
sex
yeah.
stuff.
Well, nagging,
I mean, nagging
I didn't
starts.
mention it. Nagging is the opposite of admiration. If you think about it.
Yeah.
We talked about admiration, like if your husband comes home from work and you're just like, wow, you had a great day, you look great, I mean, you know, like, let's get you some coffee or whatever, and you know, oh, I'm so proud of you. But if you come back, it's like, you know, and you're nagging them, and it's like, why did you do this? Why did you do this? This is falling apart.
Yeah.
That's so unattractive.
Yeah, it's you know, we can't fix it. We necessarily can't fix what you're bringing to our attention.
Mm-hmm.
So and then our brain turns off, and then it becomes nagging, and
And then it becomes nagging, and then then the whole thing goes down your hill from there. And then I think women attention is a big thing. One thing I've heard from my female friends just recently is like, I don't need a man who's a provider. I don't need a man who's, I just want attention. Because we are doing our own thing, you know, we want what we're not getting in that touch, the attention. I mean, because women are so in this kind of state of just, we're doing everything, like that's how I feel. Like always say, I bring home the bacon and I cook the bacon. Like I say, Mom. You know, so just having like someone to, you know, and have that romance that a lot of working moms or, you know, single women in the city doing their thing, you know, they...
so you have that touch that you can be
Women
feminine.
need
You can be
touch.
feminine.
Where you can be
You can
feminine.
be the woman to.
You could be a
to
woman.
okay.
And it's intimacy. We don't have much intimacy in this modern technological world. You know, and especially at work, there's more distance between all your coworkers now. Even if you are affectionate with your coworkers, that's not considered safe. And I don't mean inappropriate touching. I mean just, you know,
Sure.
people just don't have as much time to socialize. So it's nice to have that.